Hello everyone, welcome back to Stylist Studio Dolls. This video is called Unboxing Addy and 2 Historical Outfits. So I'll start out with unboxing Addy, and first I have to tell you about something that happened when I ordered her. She showed up and she had some misprints on her face. So I ended up getting another doll sent to me, and I was able to choose between the two before I sent one back. And the crazy thing about that is that I think these dolls were both from the same printing cycle or whatever you want to call it, but I think you'll understand what I mean when I show you them up close. So here is doll 1. The first thing I always look at is the eyes. And any American Girl doll collector knows that you're taking a big risk when you order a doll through the mail, particularly with the eyes. But her eyes look pretty good, and I was happy with that. Her eyebrows are off a little. The right one, as you can see, is further from her nose than the left, but I could have lived with that. The thing that bothered me the most was her mouth. As you can see, her lips on the right side, both upper and lower lips, are fuller than the left side of her lips. Also, her teeth are obviously very misprinted. The teeth are sort of shifted to the right of where they should be. So the mouth in general was enough for me to ask that another doll be sent. Then I got doll number 2, and her lips have some of the same issues. So the eyes still look good to me. The eyebrows, I think, are a little better with this doll. And then her lips, I do think they're a little better. The bottom lip looks symmetrical to me, left and right. The upper lip is still obviously very different. The right side is much more full than the left, and the teeth are still off. Here are both dolls side by side, and ultimately what I decided was that the only flaw on the second doll was in the mouth. So that was the one I ultimately decided to go with because I could follow the line of the lips. I figured on 3/4 of the lip and just fix that left side. So that's ultimately what I decided to do. I had been wanting to try my hand at face painting, so this sort of gave me the nudge I needed to do that. And I realized I had 2 other options. I could have probably asked them to send another doll, but I felt like that was a little excessive. And I could have just returned them both and tried again another time when they had a different batch of dolls. But I had a coupon, I had rewards, and I didn't want to lose all of that. Plus, I didn't want to take my chances that the eyes on another doll maybe messed up as well. So I went with this doll. This is doll number 2. And after a doll becomes yours, you kind of feel bad about scrutinizing them at the beginning. So I kind of feel that way because I do love this doll. I have tried to fix her lip paint, but I will talk more about that later. All right, here we go, unboxing Addy, and I'm so excited to get her out of here. Here's her book, Addy 1864, Finding Freedom. I am excited to read some of these historical books. Oh, she's so pretty. And obviously I'll talk about it more later, but I love her meat outfit. This is obviously Be Forever Addy, and I love it. I know they have re-released Addy in her original dress, and I'm sure that there are some perfect ones out there, and if you can pick her in store, I'm sure you can find a perfect one. But I order all my dolls through the mail, and some of the ones I've seen online, the stripes in the dress are off, and that would just drive me crazy. So even if I could pick one in person, trying to get one where the dress was right and the doll was perfect would probably be somewhat of a challenge. So I'm just
telling myself that anyway, that is the reason that I'm just gonna be happy with this version. And there is one thing that I will probably fix on this doll, which I will talk about in a little while. Oh, this arm is kind of loose. Strange. Okay. Oops. So here she is up close, and I will switch angles to take off her hairnet, talk about her meat outfit, and you may be able to tell from this close-up what I am going to fix on this doll. All right, I'll be back. Let's get this hairnet off. Now this one, I'm going to have to be extra careful because her hair is styled beautifully. I've got the knot here. All right, here we go. And I'm not sure whether or not I'm gonna take this style out. Isn't it pretty with her braids? Oh, it's so thick. She has beautiful hair. And I have seen beautiful pictures of her with her hair down. I think there was a time when I thought I would take her hair out and try different styles and things, and I still might at some point. The longer I have the dolls and the more I use them as models for different things, their hairstyles do tend to get messed up. So never say never, but I think I have enough dolls now that I will probably keep her in her style for a while. If her hairstyle doesn't go with an outfit, I can always put the outfit on a different doll. So, oh, she's just, I love the hairstyle. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love the attention that they put to hairstyles in a lot of the historicals and also some of the girl of the years. So, all right, let's talk about this dress. I think this dress is absolutely adorable. I love the color on her. I love the matching ribbons in her hair. I love the gathering here and the belt, which, let's see, is attached at the back seam. This is Velcro, and it is attached there. So the belt does not come off, but there's no reason to take it off. It's not attached in the front though, which is nice because it makes it look higher quality. And I really like that. We all know I love a gathered skirt. I can't even tell you at this point how many gathered skirts I've made for my dolls. So I think it's lovely. I think the print is lovely. Her boots are absolutely adorable. I'm gonna take one off so I can, well, actually, I don't have to take it. Oh yeah, I will. Sorry. Decisions that I could have made earlier, right? I will take one off just because then you can get a better look at her socks, which are knee-high socks. And she's got her little bloomers in lieu of underwear because they are historically accurate to her time. All right, sorry about that. I got a phone call, but it was sort of fortuitous because it gave me a chance to make her stand without her boot on. So, all right, here are her boots. And I want to be able to show you close up, if it'll focus. I love the little buttons. These are not functional buttons, but they're so, so cute. The material is like a canvas material. It's not leather, but very, very cute. She's got a little heel here and Velcro in the back. And yeah, I don't really have any negatives. And of course, I didn't mention, but she does come with earrings. So love that as well.
Now I'll redress Addy in another one of her outfits. This is the outfit I got to redress Addy in. And I was really excited when this historic re-release came out because I think she is probably going to be one of the very few dolls that I keep as historical. I love to modernize my dolls, but I really love her meat hairstyle. And I have seen some really beautiful Addies with their hair down, but I'm not sure at this point that I will ever take that meat style out of her hair. I mean, never say never, but for now, it's just not in my immediate plans. So I was really excited to see this outfit come out because I obviously have her meat outfit for summer. It's definitely a summery outfit. And then I'll have this one for winter. So I wanted to just unbox it on camera here so that I could share with you how I feel about the quality. And this is the first time I'm seeing this. So first impression, I'm very impressed with this. I'm sure this isn't 100% wool, but it sure seems like it. It's a very good imitation. It may be, you know, partially wool, a wool blend. I love this trim. Very well done. And I absolutely love that it has a contrasting lining. Obviously you won't see that when it's on her, but, well, you might a little bit on the sleeves. We'll have to see. You might a little bit in here get to see that. I don't remember what it looked like in the stock photo, to tell you the truth. But yeah, I really like this. These are just details that I really appreciate as a seamstress. And as you can see, it is lined. So all of these edges are finished very well. And it is overlocked or serged here on the side seams, but even the sleeves are lined. So that's really nice. I really, really like this. Put that up there. Check out this little shirt. This is adorable. I want to say very versatile, but it definitely is from her time period. So I don't think I will use this a whole lot outside of her, but you never know. Love the little cuffs on the sleeve. Very, very nice. And these do open, help you get it over her hands. These aren't stretchy. There's no elastic in the cuffs, even though they are gathered, so it may look like they stretch, but they don't. So you have to undo that to get it over her hands. I'm going to assume this whole front part is pleated, very beautiful, and it does not open in the front. It has a Velcro closure in the back that goes all the way down the shirt. So that, again, very nice. And this skirt is awesome. I love the pleats, very nice. And I love how it sort of goes to a point here at her waist. I think that is just so pretty. I apologize for that. I had to pause for a moment because my dogs were barking at the wind. Apparently there's nothing going on out there. I thought maybe somebody had gotten home, but no, they're just crazy. So again, beautiful trim. The skirt is not lined, but there's really no reason to because this is a nice thick material. And she can wear her underwear, which is sort of like pantaloons under this, the underwear that came with her. So there'd be no reason to line this. And it opens pretty far down, which is going to make this really easy to get on. Very nice. It has a really nice weight to it. And I'm sorry, I am zoomed in a little more than I'd like to be, but kind of limitations of my little tripod. Here are the shoes. Adorable. Yeah, I really like these a lot. I love this detail here with the extra piece and the stitching. I have some shoes that have that, some black boots, but they're taller. So these are different than what I have. And I like this angle here. Yeah, these are really versatile. I like these a lot. And they're quite different from her meat shoes too, which is nice. So that's the shoes. I have them backwards here. Shoes. And regular black socks. They feel like they're pretty thick. We'll see how easy they go on under the shoes. Sometimes that's a challenge. And what else is in here? Oh, this, so cute. This is her little pin. If I remember correctly, this is her pin for winning a spelling bee. Oops. And she wears it on her jacket. So I'll definitely be putting it on her jacket. Oh. There it is. Very pretty. A peek into the past. And this is just basically showing the outfits that they re-released together. Happy birthday, Samantha. Addy learns a lesson and Kirsten learns a lesson. So these two girls got their school outfits and Samantha got her birthday outfit. And then to go along with the outfit, well, I'm not gonna get it out right now, but you get this book, Addy Learns a Lesson, her school story. So that's book 2 in her series of books. All right, so now I will put the outfit on Addy so that you can see what it looks like. And I'll let you know at that point if I have any other comments about the quality of this.
So here she is in the outfit, and I absolutely love this. This is so beautiful. She is such a beautiful doll. I did press this a little bit, so you can do that. Just be very careful. Start on the lowest heat setting and work your way up. I think I ended up on the wool setting, but definitely start out at the lowest synthetic setting that you have, because some irons are hotter than others. But I wouldn't change a thing about this outfit. Here she is closer up if you would like to see my first attempt at her lip paint. So this is the quick story about how that went. So I painted her lips and I was quite happy with the results. So then I decided to seal them with Mod Podge. And that was not as smooth as I thought it would be. So I'm gonna need some practice with that, or maybe I should use a different sealer. But after that, I noticed that I had gotten a little more paint than I intended to on the top of her teeth. So I went back in with white to try to touch up her teeth. I got a little bit of white on her lip, so I used a wet paintbrush to try to get that off. And that's when I learned my big lesson of this project. If you get Mod Podge wet after it's dried, it gets gummy again. And I didn't know that. So then I was trying to smooth out her lips and they got kind of rough and bumpy, and now to me it's just a mess. So I am going to redo these, but I thought I would just share that with you. It was my very first attempt, and I have done other lips since then that went a lot better, but I have to go back and fix these for Addy. Now I have one more of the recently re-released historical outfits to show you. This is the other outfit I got from the historic re-releases. When AG released the 6 historic outfits, I got 2 re-releases and 2 of the new ones. But the new outfits will be featured in another video. So I figured I'll just go ahead and put this one in with my Addy video because she's an historic girl. And I do have Kirsten, but I'm not going to be trying this on her, because my Kirsten is the one that came out during the holidays that's in the St. Lucia dress. And I haven't unboxed her yet, and I haven't decided yet if I'm going to. So I will show this to you on a doll. It just won't be Kirsten. All right, so here we go. There's the dress. And again, I wish I could zoom out more. Sorry, this is not ideal, but here it is. First impression, I really like this. I really like how they did these pin tucks. Very, very cute. So just so you know, if you're not aware, in a pin tuck, this is all one piece of fabric. The fabric is folded here
and stitched and then ironed and then folded here and stitched and ironed. And it makes a really nice detail. I would actually like to use this more than I do. It's very nice. The edge is finished decently. And this is not lined at the bottom or the top. Usually when I make a dress, the top part at least is lined. Sometimes the skirt as well, but this entire thing is not lined, including the top. And it has pleating here, which looks nice, but to me it's a little strange that all the pleats are going one way. You would think if you're doing a center pleat, you would have like 2 going one way and 2 going the other way, but these are all going this way, which is a little odd to me. Even these are going the same way. I'm gonna look to see if the original was done that way, because I'm not sure, but I'll let you know when I show a picture of this on a doll. I'm also going to press this a little bit before I dress the doll. But the pleats around the cuffs are quite nice. And as you can see, those pleats are opposite. They go down on this side and they go down on this side, as one would expect. And the same here. Down and down. And up and up. Okay. Yeah, I will have to figure out what to do the next time I unbox an outfit, because I don't like being this close up. So once again, I do apologize. It has a gathered waist and a waistband, which it'll be interesting to see how this comes out when it's ironed. I do like this fabric a lot better than the very first original that had like the little division signs on it. I think that this is a lot prettier. Okay, so in the back, the pin tucks do continue around the entire thing, which makes sense because there are no side seams on the skirt. That's all one piece of fabric. And then gathering again at the waist. So this also unvelcros, not all the way, but far enough down that it makes it quite easy to get on. Okay, so that was the dress. And then these shoes are a big reason of why I wanted this outfit. Obviously, because my doll came in her St. Lucia gown, she didn't come with shoes. And these to me are Kirsten's iconic shoes. I just love these shoes. I think they are adorable. And I'm so, so happy to have these in my collection. They also come with the socks that I believe came with her original meet outfit. The blue dress with the apron. Yeah, so I think that that's the same pair. I think when they came out with this dress in the very original, the very first version of this dress, it didn't come with shoes or socks, if I'm not mistaken. You can let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about that. But those are very cute socks. I do like them. Oh, and then these kind of look like shoelaces, but these are actually the ties for her braids. And it's the same material as her hair ties with the St. Lucia outfit. Those are thicker and they're red, but it's the same type of woven material. And these will fray at the end, so be very careful with these. And then it comes with her shawl. Which is cute. I think this could be a little bit bigger. I'm not sure this is gonna, we'll see how this looks on her. I think I would have made it a little larger just so it's more, has more of a cozy look. It's just one layer, you can see through it. And it's frayed around the edges. It does have a stitch to stop that from fraying further on its own. And then the edge that goes around her shoulders, or kind of around her neck, is finished. All right, there's that. And then the book that this comes with, of course, is Kirsten Learns a Lesson.
So it's book 2 in her series of books. So I am going to iron both of these outfits a little bit, and I will put this on a doll so that you can see it.
Here is the outfit on a doll. This is my number 12. Her name is Juliet, and I really like this dress. I think they did a great job. I did compare it with pictures of the original dress, and the pleating on the bodice is accurate, so this is a really good reproduction. And I did press this, which was really easy because it's cotton. I will say that I do wish the shawl was bigger. It's probably the same size as the original, but I would have liked it if it was a complete square that you fold over, and also if it was a little bigger so that maybe it fit, so that it went down sort of around her elbows, maybe fit a little looser so that it looked like it could actually keep her warm. But that's just a thought. As I mentioned before, I do have Kirsten in her box, and if I unbox her, this will become her everyday outfit, and then I'll just put her St. Lucia outfit on her for the holidays. So that's the first reason I bought this. The second reason is that I just love the shoes. That being said, I am wondering if anyone has had any trouble with this dress staining their dolls. This deep red can be a little scary, and my guess is that the original probably didn't stain, but this one might. So that is a concern that I have. And that's all I have for you today. Here are the lovely ladies standing together. Aren't they adorable? Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave me a comment. I always enjoy hearing from you. I would love to know what you think of these outfits. Do you have the originals, or do you think you might get these? My school year has ended, so I've been sewing a lot, and I'm really looking forward to getting a lot of videos put together this summer. I have so many ideas, and it's so lovely to have more time on my hands. As always, I hope your dolls are making you smile each and every day. Until next time, friends, take care.